Hi, Jason Ol Gque Barbecue. A good pitmaster cooks food right every single time. And in order to do that, you need to know where all the hot spots are on your pit or your grill. Today I'm going to show you a very cheap and inexpensive way to find out where those hot spots are. If you want to see how we do that, it's coming up right now. So the inspiration for this video is born out of an easy technique for you guys to reduce the learning curve of how to manage your pit or grill using biscuits of all things. We're not going to use any fancy probes, we're not going to use any expensive gadgets, we're just going to use a can of biscuits. Let's head out back. So this video is going to be as educational for me as it is for you. So we have this brand spanking new Ol Hickory El-EDX pit, and the first thing I like to do with any pit or any grill I get is to find out where the hot spots are. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on gadgets or a lot of time. I'm just going to buy some biscuits and arrange the biscuits in the pit and let them cook, and I'll be able to tell by the brown spots where the hot spots are and where the cool spots are. Come on in, let's get a closer look at this pit. Brand spanking new pit. Who would have thought the very first cook we would do is biscuits on here? But we're going to do it, and we're going to find out where the hot spots are. So I'm going to arrange these biscuits similar to how I would arrange different pieces of meat in this pit. What I'm most curious about is where are the hot spots in relation to the front of the rack, the back of the rack, side to side of the rack, and the middle of the rack. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. These biscuits have been cooking at about 325 degrees. First observation, first thing I notice is the top rack. The top rack versus the bottom rack. You can see, we'll just take an apples to apples comparison. You can see this biscuit coming from the top rack versus the bottom rack. Looks to be cooked a little more done. So that tells me the the top rack is gonna cook hotter than the bottom rack, but not by much, not by much. Looking from side to side, I can also tell that the left one cooks a little bit hotter than the center one. We got a little bit more doneness on the biscuit right here than it does the biscuits that are in the middle. So my observations, my takeaway from this as we use this pit, overall, this is a pretty even cook, which tells me this is an excellent pit in terms of even heat distribution all around. I'm not getting very burnt pieces over here and perfect pieces over here. For the most part, these are all extremely well cooked. But little nuances, which helps guys really master, or girls really master their pit, is when you notice that this is going to cook hotter over here than it cooks in the middle, this is going to cook hotter over here than it cooks in the middle, and then the top rack is going to cook a little bit hotter than the bottom rack as well too. So what I encourage you guys to do, if you got a new pit, or if you just got a pit at your house and you're not sure how it cooks, put your biscuits on there and find out what parts cook hotter than other parts, and then put those meats that need to cook hotter towards the hotter parts of your grill. If that all sounds great, if that was helpful and useful to you guys, then give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Jason Ol Gque Barbecue.